right, all right, all right. Welcome, 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 everyone, to another Live at 5, where we teach you the organic approach to making money online. What's going on, y'all? I see you popping in. Yes, yes, yes. Let us know where you're coming in from. Put hashtag live and just put in the comments where you're coming from. We love to shout you out in our broadcast. Takesha, it is the last week of February, girl.
The last Tuesday. What? Can you believe this?
This is
February just went by so fast, and this is unbelievable. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. Oh, my grandson is going to be 2 tomorrow. This time,
oh, congratulations.
thank you
Oh,
guys. We appreciate you coming through each and every Tuesday. And
yes,
most of all, we certainly appreciate you applying what it is that you're learning here, because
yes.
that is what's most important to Derry and I. Hey, Queens in the house.
Queens, New York
Hey,
in
hey.
the house. New York in the
Yeah.
house. New
In
York in the
Florida in the
house.
house. So, yes, welcome, 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 Queens. Oh, and somebody trying to call me while I'm live.
Oh, you know
So
how that
yes,
goes.
yes, 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 yes.
So we want to give a shout out to those of you that are watching us on LinkedIn, on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure that you set your notifications, subscribe, so you will never, ever, ever miss a live broadcast that we do. And those of you that are on Facebook, there's a notification somewhere around here, somewhere. Do the same thing. Hit that notification bell so that you will get notified when we go live, because you don't want to miss out on the content that we have to share with you, because you know it's all about you and helping you grow your business. So yes, I see a couple of people jumping on. Yes, hey, hey, hey to you too. I'm not sure who you are. So if you see the link above this video, well, yes, above this video, it should say Facebook slash StreamYard. Make sure you hit that link so that you can give StreamYard and Facebook permission to work together to showcase your name. And if it doesn't work out, don't worry about it. You know, it's a Facebook thing. You know, we're glad you're here anyway. Yes, I see those fire. Yes, yes, yes. So we have an amazing training for you this evening. This evening.
Absolutely. And
So,
Derry and I had to break this thing down, right? We had to break
yes.
it down into 2 parts, just so you know, right? So the first part is not going to be as long as the second part, right? This time it's
Mhm.
going to be the shorter version, but we're going to make sure that you guys know exactly how to message someone and make them feel like you are not a stranger, right? Make them feel like you are someone that they can get to know, like, and eventually trust. Right? And that's what it's all about.
That's
Hey,
what
hey,
it's
hey, how you doing, Karen? Yes.
all right. What's going on? What's going on? So take a second, everyone that is here, hit that share button and just share it in one of your amazing groups, or share it with someone that you think would appreciate this information. Take 2 seconds and just share this video. What's going on, Nasir, brother Nasir?
What's
What's
up, brother?
up? Great to see you.
Look
Yes,
at all
yes,
these lovely people. I love it.
yes. We appreciate every last one of you. So put a
Yeah.
one in the chat if you've been tuning in to our series, because we are definitely coming towards the end of our
Yeah.
series, and we will be starting a new one. But the next one is going to be determined by you, what it is that you want. Hey, what's going on, Doc? All
Hey, hey,
right, the
Dr.
business doc is in the house. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Dr. Kathleen, what's
Yeah.
up? What's up? What's up? So we will be putting some information in the chat. So make sure you in the group rather. And just look out for that, because we do want you to choose what the next series is going to be. Okay. because it's
Yeah.
about. All right. So did we cover
You
everything,
know.
Tanisha? I think we
Yeah. I believe we covered everything, darling. We covered everything. Hashtag laugh, hashtag replay,
absolutely.
StreamYard.com / whatever platform you're on. Absolutely. And you know what, Daria? We
Yes.
did forget one thing. How about that subscribe bell? I mean, I think
Yes.
they might have moved it, right? They might.
Yeah. I think I
Wherever
did.
you see that
Yeah.
notification bell,
Either
hit that
here
bell.
or here. Yeah, I think I did cover that, but yeah, but it
Yeah, I was
doesn't
like,
hurt to say it again. Doesn't hurt to say it again.
absolutely.
Yes. So I think it's
Yeah.
time for us to get the show on the road.
Let's get
So
started.
all right, so give me a
Let's get
second.
started.
I share my
Absolutely.
screen.
So, guys, this was a 5-part series. So now, part 5, of course, this is the first half of part 5, and the second half, like we said, will be on Tuesday. And then after that, we're going to be bringing you a wonderful interview, right? Because you know how we like to bring you some industry leaders from all sorts of different backgrounds in life. And
Yeah,
I find it, yeah, Derek and I, we do it because we just find it to be so interesting, right? All the different walks of life that people came from and how it is that they came to be online, right? Like, what made you think that you could even make money online, right? Because that's the first step. Like,
exactly.
I want to see if I can make money online, and once you make that first dollar, it's over, right? Like, oh, I can make money online. So we want to show you the formula, right? The formula for effortless sales through Facebook Messenger, right? And oh my God, don't think that's an ugly word. Oh my God, Facebook Messenger, I gotta message
Oh,
people. Well,
yes.
you know, like Jerry and I tell our clients, whether you have a brick and mortar business or your business is all digital, you still have to get clients. I don't care if you decided that you wanted to go to school and get a degree to be a dentist. Guess what? You're gonna do something to get people to come in the door of your dentist office. It's no different. When you own an online business, you own a business. You just don't have all of that overhead every month. But it's the same thing. You have to get clients, customers, repeat clients and customers, right? And if you're online, you can add friends and they're going to accept your request. And then after that, what do? You need to reach out to them through the messenger, right? And we always say Facebook Messenger, but it's the same across the board with the other platforms as well, right?
Exactly.
You're sending requests to people. Hey, Miss Evelyn, and you're receiving requests from people. So you want to take advantage of that, and you want to send them a little message. Your posts are not only more likely to appear in their news feed once you do this, but they will also feel a sense of familiarity with you, right? Increasing the chances of engagement when they come across your content on their uh, timeline,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you already accepted their friend request or sent them a friend request and they accepted them, right? You already waved or spoke, right? You already did that. So now, furthermore, sales are driven through Facebook inbox, right? Through the inbox. So once you establish the connections appropriately, right, in the appropriate manner, that is how you get them to turn into sales. And we're going to dive into that. We're going to talk
Yes.
about the steps that it takes to engage with someone, through social media.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And so what is the process, you might be asking? And this is the process. So if you want to take a screenshot so you can find out what the process is, remember it, all of those things, take notes, whatever is best for you. So after engaging in numerous conversations on Facebook, the operative word here is numerous. In
Mm-hmm.
numerous conversations on Facebook, we've come to the understanding that there's a consistent conversational pattern that occurs each time you interact with somebody, right? So we've taken note. And the process repeats itself time and time again. It's over and over, like that cycle, that merry-go-round. If you, you know,
Mhm. Yep.
and it revealed a common trend. So you want to keep your speaking style controversial. That's both, we both going off. I thought I muted.
I know. The notifications are going off.
I was like, I better put it on airplane mode. My bad, y'all. So
Mhm.
so yeah, we have developed a conversational process to help people discover solutions, make purchases, or form new friendships and networks on Facebook. Because you know how we tell you guys it's relationship marketing. So, how do you make a new friend, right? When you're not belly to belly. And that's basically what this is. If most people, when they belly to belly, they know what to say. You know what I'm saying? They know how to strike up a conversation. But it's a little more weird online, right? So we'll share the comprehensive conversational process with you so that way it can offer you some guidance, you know what I mean, on effective communication. And of course, we're going to recommend some specific questions so that you can improve the likelihood of the conversation actually leading towards them making a purchase with you, right? Either
Yes.
joining something with you or getting more information from you, somehow, some way, getting a link from you, right? You want them
Yeah.
to do some action, right? To take an
Right.
action.
Yes.
And D, I
Absolutely.
can't see the numbers, so let me know. Because I be
Oh
coming
yeah.
here.
Oh yeah. This is where I come in at.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
It's all good. So remember
Yeah,
last week, Coach Kelly was telling us that we need to take their temperature. So those questions and the script that we're going to be sharing with you is going to help you with that. And as you get more comfortable with the script, you'll be able to deviate based on who you're speaking to, because nothing is cookie cutter. You're talking to people. We're not talking to machines, we're talking to people. So everybody has a different temperament, a different learning style, etc. Okay, and so do you. Okay, so this is the information that we wish we would have had 12 years ago, 13 years ago when we got started. So
yeah,
it's highly effective and it simplifies things immensely. What we're about to share. So after accepting a new friend request, what comes next? So step one, you want to go to their profile. They go to your profile, you go to theirs, right? So you want to like and comment on a few of their posts. That way you get a sense of who they are, what they're promoting, what kind of content they're putting out there. Step two, you want to wave and send them a message, something like this. Hey, it's great to connect with you. How's your day so far? Just to see if this person has a pulse. Are they active?
yeah,
And just know that you're not going to always get a response. Some
yeah,
will, some won't, somewhat. So what? That's why we know that this is a numbers game.
yeah,
Number three, you want to reply naturally, to whatever it is that they say. Say something interesting that, that may be, happening in your day. Just be relaxed, just like you would talk to anybody that's sitting right next to you. Just picture that if you're struggling with that, just picture them sitting right next to you and you're meeting them for the first time, whether you're at a restaurant, whether you're at an event, and you're meeting people and you're introducing yourself to whoever is, in your area. It could be as simple as going to a restaurant, for example. I'm doing good here, just heading out to my favorite restaurant with friends later. Hope I don't get too much food, comma, right? LOL. Where you from? So you could say something like that. You
yeah,
know, really, really casual and simple. Nothing, nothing too much that you have to think about. So you want to remember avoid discussing your job, right? Because most people online, um, they're they're thinking that you're a successful leader in whatever business you have. So successful leaders are seen as they're already accomplished, where sometimes you may not be, and there's a time and place to let them know where you are, right? Because we're not telling you to, to fake it till you make it, in a sense. If a person thinks that you're way more further in than what you are, I mean, you could always say that I just got started. Like if they ask you, how long you been in the business, you know, I just got started. Even if you've been in it for 8 months, just tell them, yeah, I just got started, and that you have leaders and supporters, supporting you and guiding you. That way
Yeah.
it alleviates that, well, how much money are you making? Because if you just got started, they know they're not expecting you to have made all this money. But if you put forth that you're way beyond what you are, then you're going to come across that question. And that has happened to me. So I had to learn there's a way to be honest without giving it all away. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So successful leaders are seen as already accomplished. So it's best not to bring up your regular job,
Mhm.
unless it's called for. Every situation is not cookie cutter, you know, because
Mhm.
every connection is not going to lead to a sign up right away. So it all depends. It all depends on where the conversation goes. You may have a similarity where
Yeah.
this person is a teacher and you're a teacher. Then of course we talk about that. So you just go with the flow with that. So you want to observe the relaxed tone in step 3, like we told you, to be real cool, keep it casual, engaging. If you're texting, include a LOL, or if you're doing a voice clip, just keep it really cool and casual and enjoyable, you know, because just like how these people are smiling in their professions, you want to smile in this profession. You want to let
Absolutely.
people know, that you're having a great time, right?
Yes.
So they're following your inquiry, and they'll most likely reveal their place of, where they live, right? So to respond to their location, you inquire about their occupation, because you want to get them talking. You want them to talk so you can listen. Remember, listening is so key. You want to listen and you want to take notes. So they may say, well, they in Atlanta. And you might say, oh wow, I know someone in Atlanta, or I was just in Atlanta. What is your profession? What do you do there? Right?
Yep.
And you go on with that whole thing. And then when it's necessary, or when it's proper, you may be able to smooth into shifting into a conversation about business, right?
Yeah.
And this may be the time to do it, because you can ask them something like, have you ever considered making money online? Depending on what they tell you, because some of them
Yeah.
may say, I love my occupation, or some of them might say, I can't stand it. And then, that's where you can start asking your questions. So
Yes.
you want to start asking the questions that directs the discussion. So I hope that I'm
Absolutely.
making sense here. So, we're telling you this, but you have to go with the flow with who you're talking to, because everything is not absolute.
Absolutely.
Okay. And the more you do it, the more you feel comfortable, the more you'll see the patterns that we talked about, the more you'll be skillful enough to know what to
Mhm.
ask, but you got to
Absolutely.
do it. Because if you do it one or two times and somebody says something that stumps you, and then you go, oh no, I'm not doing it, you will never learn it. You will never feel
Mm.
comfortable. So you have to do it, because after all, this is an income producing activity.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed.
So at step 5, The individual is describing their work, which I had said before, and they may respond in a few ways, you know, as maintaining a regular job, or they may say they are in network marketing, and the next steps that that you will go through will guide you through. Will guide you through some responses, so you'll
Mhm.
know exactly what to say. So today, we just wanted to set you up with the right mindset. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Set you up
Absolutely.
with the right mindset so that next week when we actually go over the scripts, you will be ready.
Yes.
Okay?
Absolutely.
You will
And it's
definitely.
definitely important to know what to be able to say, because I think that was the hardest thing about being online. And like Dr. Kathleen said,
Mhm.
she was scared to talk to people online, right? And now you can't shut her up. Because it's just practice, right? Just
Right.
with anything, right? If you have enough conversations, you know what I mean, you'll start getting relaxed and say, this is just like sitting somebody, I don't know. So, because some people won't, I always say sitting next to somebody on a bus, but some people won't speak to people when they sit next to them on the bus. But I talk to everybody, so it's like if you sit next to me on the bus, I'm speaking, right? So it is if you want to build a relationship with someone, you're gonna have to communicate with them, and that's
Yes.
all it is,
That's
right?
all it
And
is.
you never know who your ace is, right? In a company, you might need three aces, you might need four aces, however many aces you need. Your aces are people that you more than likely haven't met yet. They're going to come in the form of either people you bring into the business or people you bring into the business that bring in other people, right? They bring in that person, but you would have never had that person on your team had you not brung in this person first, right? So don't be afraid to speak to people, and certainly don't be afraid to get a no. Because let me tell you, at thinking about how many times a day I tell Christina, no, child, please. And I say to myself, this is what drives me. Because when I tell you this girl, she did not understand what no means. And that is how so many of us miss the sale, right? Because of course we're talking about scripts and conversations, and that's the initial. But after all the scripts and conversation, the number one thing that people fail to do is follow up. And
Right.
when they follow
Right.
up, they don't follow up enough times, because we all have this mental block telling us that we bothering them. Oh, we bothering them. Oh, I'm not gonna hit them up again. Oh, not again. I already reached out to them 3 times. Have they told you to stop contacting them? Probably not. Have they
Yeah.
blocked you? Probably not.
Nope.
Have they said they were not interested? Probably not. But for
Not.
some
No.
reason, you are thinking for them, which is the biggest mistake we make as network marketers.
All the time.
We
All
can't
the
think for
time.
them. And we certainly can't say, oh, so and so broke. So and so not gonna
They
join.
don't
They
have the
broke.
money.
When I tell you, those are the people that will surprise you, and you'll say, dang. Because let me tell you, people have money for what they want to have money for. How many
That
times
part.
have what? How many
That
times have
part.
you seen your broke friend on every scene? Scenes you can't even afford to be on, right? They at all the clubs, all the parties, all of this, all of that. And if you were a little older, they had all the cigar bars, they had all of the right, all of the games, all the entertainment stuff, right?
Right.
And you think to yourself, what? How?
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah,
Right, that
I wanna share an experience that I had working at a job, and when I find myself getting, a mental block and, just telling myself, stuff that I can't do, or, the follow-up process,
Mhm.
just gets hard. When I used to be an eligibility specialist, I worked in a HR center, and these were for families that wanted to get one-shot deals, or some type of assistance. And what my job was, it was to interview them. I had to write it up and
Mm.
then hand it in to whoever makes the decision whether they get the support or not. So in the beginning, I didn't know what the script was. They gave us a script. It consisted of series of questions
Mhm.
that I had to ask them, and then I had to fill it out, the paperwork, and bring it upstairs. So of course, in the beginning, like I said, I didn't know the script, but after a while, I was doing it every day. I didn't need the paper anymore. Then after a while, I started asking it in my own way because I already knew what the questions were. The paper that I had to fill out, it was already, already knew that. So basically I just skipped all that extra verbiage and just cut to the chase, or depending on who was in front of me and their demeanor, um straight up I would tell them what they have to do as opposed to ask the question first, or you just go with the flow. And that's because I learned it. So I didn't have this step following
Mhm.
this cookie cutter script, because I didn't know it. But once I knew it, it was like I put my own personality into it. And it got
Yes.
to the point, like, the supervisor would come downstairs and watch how we do it. They call it an interview. And she would watch and see how, we did the interview. And she was just like, "Oh my goodness, you got through it so fast, this and that." Yeah, it's the same thing. Basically I knew what I needed to find out from them. I found
Yeah.
out what I need to find out in my own way. There were times where in the city, they used to give, this was back in the day, because when you got on the trains and buses, you had to get tokens. Now there's no such thing. Our kids now are token. What's that? And now it's
Mhm.
a Metro card, and they getting ready to do away with that. Everything is just going to be through your phone, right? So um, there were times when we didn't have tokens to give them because the city used to pay their way for them to go ahead and get their ID and whatever else they had, whatever the process was. So
Mm.
on those days, when I know we didn't have tokens, I would let them know straight up. I'm like, "Look, you're gonna have to go down to 14th Street. We don't have no tokens. I don't know how you get in there, but you gotta go there. Now, how much is such and such and such? Okay, whatever it is, I had to ask them. That wasn't in the script, but that was just me being me, letting them know what they needed to know, and then I found out what I need to find out. Done. Stick a fork in it. So it's the same process when you're prospecting. Number one, make it a game, make it fun. You can even play a game with yourself. Let me see how many no's I'm gonna get today. Let me see
Yeah.
how this person's gonna respond to my direct messaging today.
Mhm.
You know, um, and just laugh, because I mean I really got some doozies where, like, wow,
Woo!
I even said one time, "Wow, I never heard this one before. This was a good one."
Yeah. And people will laugh with you. And that's the funny thing because they don't expect you to think it's funny, right? They expect you to be upset and probably block them or whatever like other people do. But since your response is other than what they expected, then they hit you
Yeah,
back like, "Oh yeah, I thought you was
yeah,
some scammer." And then all of a sudden you having a conversation with them. They're like, "Oh, she not just
exactly,
sending out those bot messages, right?" Because sometimes that's what they think. They're like, "Oh, she's sending that same message to everybody." Nah, bro.
exactly, exactly, and I changed that up too.
Yes,
I
right.
changed those up too. I have them in a, like
Yeah.
a, my notepad, and I say, "Okay, well, this one, Imma use this one in this group, because I go to different groups and find some
Mhm.
people, make sure it's targeted." But next week, we're gonna go over what a conversation would look like, so that
Absolutely.
you can get an understanding of the flow and then you just take it in and you make it flow the way it flow for you. Because what flows
Absolutely.
for me doesn't flow for Takesha and vice versa. Right? But you
Absolutely.
just have a basic understanding. This is all about having an understanding and seeing the process.
Hmm.
But your process might be slightly different. You're going to say something slightly different than what I would say. First of all, our personalities aren't the same.
That's right.
You know, I
And
might
you
say,
you
hey,
don't
you
want
might say hello.
to,
Just
exactly, and
something
you don't want to try to sound like somebody else,
right.
right? You want to keep your same personality, and because what attracts people to Daria is not going to attract them to me, and vice versa. So you want to
Exactly.
be your own self because people are going to be attracted to that version, right? You, right? That's what they're going to fall in love with because when they meet you in real life, you want them to say, yo, you're as, because every time they meet Derry and I, they say the same thing. Y'all exactly the same, right? Y'all the
Yeah.
same way. Like every time we see y'all in person, it's like same thing online. Like y'all, we wondered if y'all had that much energy. We're like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, this is us.
oh yeah,
This
we
is
got the
us.
same energy.
Yep. When you see us in person, it's the same way. Right, Doc?
And we love meeting you guys in person. Believe me, we love seeing you guys and hugging you and
Yeah.
just putting a real face right to that online profile picture or video that we usually get to enjoy you on. So
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And we hope that you guys have been enjoying this as Daria and I absolutely do this every Tuesday because we want you guys to gain the confidence to be able to message people, right? To be able to post, to be able to just not be afraid to show up, right? Just not be afraid to show up. Oh, thank you, ladies.
Yes, ladies. Yes.
Absolutely. We love you, ladies. We love you. We love you.
For
Yes,
sure. For
indeed.
sure.
We love each and every one of you guys. And that applied knowledge, that's where it's at, right? We put
That's
this
where it's at.
this 5-part series together. And we hope that you guys are going to go back and watch it. And the one that we finish on Tuesday, that final step, that is going to really help you to start messaging people and getting comfortable, right?
Yes.
And Gary and I also have scripts inside of the digital store, right? Inside of the digital store, we have scripts. It's like $5 or $10, and it's a ton of scripts in there, right? A
A
ton of
ton. We
scripts,
have a
right?
whole PDF of scripts.
So if you guys want to go inside there, and it is, we'll post the link inside of this, the bottom here, so that you guys can go to it or whatever. But absolutely, that is all. Did we leave anything out? D?
No, that was it. I mean, I was gonna say what you just said. Be sure to go to our website. Um, you'll also see our digital store. We also offer coaching. If you want individual coaching, we offer that as well. Because sometimes you may just need that extra support, and we get that. Because it's always good to get that extra, what you need. So
You
let me see if I can put it here. If not, I'll just put it under the video in the chat. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah, once
ma'am.
this is over, I'll just oh wait, I think I can put it right here. I think I
How?
all right, there it is. There it is. Going across the
There we
screen.
go,
Yep.
guys.
Online
Yes,
success
yes,
media
yes.
secret dot
And we'll
com.
see you guys online and in the chats. And of course, if you need us before Tuesday, you know how to reach us. This has been fabulous.
Absolutely. So we thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we will see you next week at its conclusion. So this call is a wrap. See you next week. Bye, y'all.
Later.